Well, it's winter time, and if you're like me, you start really missing the garden when you look outside and it's all covered in snow. You really start to look forward to spring, and there's things you can do during the winter time to get ready for that, and it'll help pass the time. So I wanted to share with y'all several things you should be thinking about and actually taking action on preparing for the spring during the winter time. First thing I do when I get ready to pre-plan for spring is I sit down and I draw out a little quick sketch of what I intend to plant for the year. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. I know the size of my garden is 45 feet by 55 feet, and I know every single row is 30 inches apart, so I know I got about 19 rows to work with. I go through and I pick out the vegetables that I want to use that year, and I decide that so I'll know what kind of seeds I need and what kind of plants I need and starter plants and where in the garden I'm going to orient them, because I like to rotate my crops around every year so I'm not planting in the same place. Once I get myself a sketch, I've made my decisions, the next thing I do is I make a list of all the seeds and starter plants that I'm going to need for that year. And this is January, so it's not too soon to start collecting your seeds. In fact, you need to start right now. There's a lot of small seed companies. They've gone out of business over the years, and it's getting tougher and tougher to get non-GMO seeds. So what I do is I start in January by collecting the seeds that I need. As you can see, I still need baby lima beans and speckled butter bean seeds, but I've collected everything else I need, and I'll save them so when spring gets here, I'm ready to go. You definitely don't want to cultivate your garden, prep it for planting, and jump in the truck and try to run to the store and buy all your seeds then, because they'll be sold out and you'll have trouble getting what you need to plant. So get your seeds, stick them in an old coffee can, and stick them in the refrigerator and save them for the spring. If you don't have any seed stores local, you can also order seeds from catalogs. Just be sure you get non-GMO, or you can get yourself hooked up with a local seed distributor, which is something I do. This man's pretty good. He's been around many years, and that helps you to avoid a crisis in the spring by getting ready to plant your spring garden and you don't have any seeds. So we'll step out in the shop and let me show you a couple other things we need to do. Okay, another thing you can do when you're getting ready for spring is you want to collect as much of your fertilizer in advance as you can, because once again, if you wait until spring, high possibility it sells out. So what I do is I've got my garden lime. I got a couple of bags of that. That's all I'm going to need. I've got a balanced blend of fertilizer, and that's plenty for my whole year. I hardly use any fertilizer anymore. Just about everything I fertilize now is organic. And I do order some of my specialty fertilizer. I can't get this in any of my stores locally, so I have to order it online. Triple super phosphate's a 0.45 high in phosphorus, which really helps my blooming. So I put that in my tomatoes when I plant my tomatoes, so that I have lots of pretty blooms. Another thing I need to do is I go out to my cultivator and my tiller. I change the oil, I clean the air filters, I put a new spark plug in it, I clean it up, make sure it's all in top running condition, so when spring gets here, I'm ready to go with my machinery and I'm not having to work on that to get it going. Something else that I use a lot in the springtime is black cow manure, and I use about 20 bags, and as you can see, I only have 5 bags right now, so I'm going to have to collect this during the winter, a few bags at the time until I can get what I need. What happens is I go to the store to get it, and they get in a few pallets of it, and it sells out in no time. So I get it when I can until I collect up my 20 bags. And it's also easier on me financially to do just a few bags at a time. Another thing you can do in the wintertime is make your seed sowing templates. These are the ones I use for my onions. And this is the one I use for my radishes. I can get 60 holes at once with this. And these are very handy little tools to use when you're trying to sow your seeds. I do a lot of direct sowing right into the garden instead of little starter cuts. I go right in the garden with it. If you want to make some of these for yourself, check out our YouTube channel and look up garden tip number 6, and it'll show you how to build these templates for yourself. So until next spring, you got plenty to do to get ready while it's snowing outside. Till then, God bless.
Thanks for watching our videos. We really love making them. If you like our videos, please like our Facebook page to get the latest tips and tricks. Also, like our Facebook video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It will really inspire and encourage us. But most importantly, share with others to inspire and encourage them. We welcome your comments and questions. Thank you. Have a blessed day.